Three women walk into Westside on the same Saturday morning. They do not know what is about to happen to them. Neither does anyone else in the room. That is how God usually works. Saturday, week 14. Same room. A Westside story. The sanctuary seats 1,200. On this particular Saturday morning, 1,140 of those seats are filled by the time worship begins. The parking lot is full. The children's wing is loud. The coffee station in the lobby has a line. Darnell Hayes walks to the platform at 9:58. Same as always. He greets the worship leader. He bows his head. He prays the same prayer he has prayed before every service since Marcus handed him the pulpit. Lord, I don't know who is in this room today. You do. Meet them where they are. He steps back. The worship begins. In the crowd, in three different sections of the same room, three women stand up to sing. None of them knows what the next 40 minutes will do to them. Beverly Okafor is 57 years old and has attended Westside for 14 years. She is sitting in the fourth row, same seat she has occupied for a decade. Her Bible is on her lap, the one with the broken spine and the highlighted passages and the margin notes in three colors of ink. She has been coming to this building since before it was this building. She was here in the gymnasium. She watched the walls go up. She is also Raymond Okafor's wife. It has been 16 months since her husband resigned from the elder board. 16 months since Darnell stood at this pulpit and told the congregation the truth about the building fund. 16 months since Beverly sat in the same seat and felt the floor open beneath her. She did not leave. She thought about it. She packed a bag twice. She unpacked it twice. She stayed because she did not know where else to go. Not because she was strong, because she was too broken to move. Raymond is in counseling. He is making restitution. He comes to service and sits 3 rows behind her, and they drive home in the same car and eat dinner at the same table and have not yet found their way back to the same side of the grief. Beverly stands when the worship team begins. She opens her mouth. The first song is one she has sung 100 times. She knows every word. She has sung it in seasons of joy and seasons of going through the motions and seasons where the words felt like lies in her mouth. Today something is different. The second verse lands on her like weather, like something coming down from outside. He restores my soul. Beverly Okafor stands in the fourth row of Westside Community Church and feels something she has not felt in 16 months. Not joy exactly. Not relief. Something quieter than both of those. Permission. Permission to still be here. Permission to still believe. Permission to let the restoration be slow and unfinished and not yet arrived at and still real. She does not cry. She just stands there with her eyes closed and lets the word land. Amara Mensah is 31 years old and is sitting in the 11th row. She has been attending Westside for 8 months, since she moved to the city for a job she almost didn't take, following a prompting she almost didn't trust, leaving behind her family and her friends and the church she grew up in and the neighborhood she knew and the life that was predictable if not exactly full. She came to Westside the first Sunday because it was the closest church to her apartment. She stayed because of Beverly, who introduced herself in the parking lot after second service and invited her to the women's Bible study and showed up at her door 3 weeks later with jollof rice and the completely matter-of-fact manner of a woman who has decided you are family whether you have agreed to it yet or not. Amara stood at the edge of something enormous when she moved. She left what she knew for what she felt called toward. 8 months in, the calling still feels right, and the loneliness still feels real, and she is learning to hold both at the same time. She has not told anyone how many nights she has cried herself to sleep in her apartment 12 minutes from this building. She stands when the worship begins. She sings. Midway through the third song, the worship leader slows the tempo. The room gets quiet. The piano carries the melody alone. Amara hears the words she has been singing without really hearing. Wherever you lead me, I will follow. Whatever it costs, I will go. She has been singing those words for 8 months, in this room, in her apartment, in her car on the way to a job in a city where she still does not know many people. And she realizes standing in the 11th row that she has been singing them as a question rather than a declaration. She decides it now, not loudly, not dramatically. Nobody around her notices anything. She does not raise her hands, or weep, or fall to her knees. She just sings the line again, this time meaning every word. Wherever you lead me, I will follow. Whatever it costs, I will go. Grace Adiemi is 44 years old and is sitting near the back. She has never been to Westside before today. She has not been inside a church in 11 years. She came because her doctor told her last Tuesday that the lump they found is malignant. She has a staging appointment on Monday. She does not yet know how bad it is. She came because on Wednesday night, sitting alone in her kitchen at 2 in the morning with a cup of tea she did not drink, she remembered that she used to pray, that there was a time in her life when she talked to God the way you talk to someone who is actually in the room, that she had walked away from that slowly, incrementally, without a single decisive moment. She found Westside by searching for churches near her zip code. She almost did not come. She sat in her car in the parking lot for 11 minutes before she walked in. She does not know any of the songs. She holds the bulletin and reads the words off the screen and does not sing because she does not know the melodies. The worship team moves into the fourth song, a song Grace has never heard. The words appear on the screen. You are not alone. You have never been alone. In the darkest night, in the longest silence, I was there. I am here. I will not leave. Grace stands very still. She is not a woman who cries in public. She has not cried since Wednesday night in the kitchen. She has been managing the fear with information and calendars and lists of questions for the oncologist. She feels it now. Not all of it. Just the edge of it. Just enough to know it is real and that she cannot carry it alone, and that the God she walked away from 11 years ago is apparently still here, in this room, in this song, in this moment she almost did not show up for. One tear. She wipes it quickly. Nobody notices. She keeps reading the words off the screen. You are not alone. Darnell preaches that morning from the book of Ruth. He has been in Ruth all week, preparing, reading, sitting with the text. And what he keeps coming back to is Naomi, the woman who called herself empty, who renamed herself bitter, who came back to Bethlehem with nothing but a daughter-in-law she didn't ask for and a grief she couldn't set down, and who was, without knowing it, already 3 chapters from a grandson she didn't know was coming. He preaches about the gap between where you are and where God is working. The distance between the woman who says, "Call me empty," and the woman holding Obed. The years in between where nothing looked like restoration, but everything was moving toward it. He does not know about Beverly in the 4th row. He does not know about Amara in the 11th row. He does not know about Grace near the back who sat in the parking lot for 11 minutes and almost did not walk in. He just preaches what the text gave him. He says what he believes is true. He trusts that the God who told him to meet them, where they are, already knows where that is. After the service, Beverly finds Amara in the lobby. They hug. Beverly asks how she's doing, really doing. Amara tells her more truth than she has told anyone in 8 months. Grace walks out alone. She stops at the door and looks back at the room for a moment. Then she walks to her car. She sits in the parking lot for a long time. This time, she is not deciding whether to go in. She is deciding whether to come back. She takes out her phone. She finds the Westside website. She finds the contact form. She types, "I was here today for the first time. I am going through something hard. I don't know what I believe anymore. Is there someone I could talk to?" She hits send. She drives home.